You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your number one source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith. Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's Bad Girls Club After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Bad Girls Club After Show.
Yo, what up, AfterBuzzers?
I said it.
We only have one more episode to do this.
Yeah, I know, right? Bad girls. I should really learn the lyrics too, huh?
For next week?
Yeah.
And we'll just put the instrumental on it.
Yeah, then I'll just do it. I'll pull an Erica. I'll have the the backtrack of it. Yeah, just do it. Do that.
Bing is for doing, and we're doing another AfterBuzz TV after show for the Bad Girls Club Reunion Part 1, Season 8, Episode 13. I am DJ Jesse. Here in the studio, we are joined by Mykee Wattz. What up?
Mike's looking super cute today, ladies. Just so you know if you're listening.
Where's that?
Yeah, slow with that one. Just to let you know.
Well, let's get our audience. We have a live studio audience here too. Now let's get a soundbite ready for this. The lovely Chevonne Hughes.
Oh, thank you, darling.
What, you guys are loving that? Ooh. Before we get started, thank you guys so much. Again, iTunes, you guys are rating, commenting, subscribing. Keep on doing it. We only have like one more episode left. Just love us. Give us as much love as you possibly can. Post our YouTube videos. Just share us with the world. And thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, what do we think of the reunion? Did we love it? Hate it?
It's crazy.
No steps up to any...
It definitely entertained the hell out of me. I can say that.
And we were kind of afraid that we weren't going to get any fights tonight.
Yeah.
Because they usually save them.
How dare I slap my hand for thinking that? Like, it was crazy.
They switched it up. They brought Camilla out first. Like, they should have brought her out first in the season.
Well, I definitely agreed with that. And
I'm sorry, Camila.
Camila.
What did you guys think of Tanisha as the host?
Eh.
I actually didn't mind her. I thought she was going to be worse
She's
than...
funny when she makes, like, the food jokes, but of course, that's to be expected.
I miss Perez.
I do, there's something about Perez I never cared for him, but with this whole reunion show, I do like him.
Right.
But actually, I will say Tanisha stepped it up for me from what I thought she was going to bring to the table.
I mean, she held her own. It's just like, I don't know. I just maybe because she was actually a part of it. I kind of wanted an outsider to be like, to be able to moderate it a little bit more.
I just don't feel like she antagonizes enough. And as the host, I mean, maybe there's so much drama already there doesn't really need to be any antagonizing.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
But that's the one thing about Perez I liked. And then when Tanisha came out with the pans, it was like...
It's kind of like you prepared enough to like bring pans.
Like you were waiting. She did it on the first fight too. She was waiting for that. Where are we gonna put the pants? Yes.
But then again, I remember like last
moment.
Year, like Perez had a water gun.
No,
so
but that was different. That was like Tanisha. We've already seen you with the pans.
Yeah.
I mean, I think she did a good job.
No,
she's cool.
She did.
She knows how to regulate.
So before we start talking about, let's keep it on Tanisha for a second. What did you guys think of that clip we saw of her new show? With her boyfriend was in the bed, her fiance is in the bed, and she's trying to wake him up.
I thought she needs to get cleaner socks, for sure. Tanisha, those socks were nasty.
Do we think that the show has potential?
No.
Yeah.
I will say this, though. It was very good marketing, very smart of them to put that in.
Why was her
as a commercial?
Husband's penis out?
Hanging out.
Even when he pulled his boxes down.
Yeah, they was still hanging out, and he was over it. I just felt like it was scripted in a way. Like, it was weird.
Well, I feel like it seemed like he doesn't.
That show was mad scripted.
Yeah, she was like, what is this?
But what was it?
You use your imagination.
It was a condom, right?
Something probably to the extent, yeah. Something to do with that life
That
of
world.
sexual life.
You ain't about this sexual
You ain't
life,
about this
Tanisha.
sexual life.
But what? Wait. So the funniest part about that is he gets up and
just walks away.
But walked outside in his box, his dick out.
No,
and
he went to
everything.
the closet. Or it looked like a closet, or it was another room.
Oh no! It had like there were like
Why
Christmas
was he,
lights
like,
outside.
sipping on 99 bananas? Like, that's nasty.
Sipping. He
She said
drank
the whole bottle.
shit.
She's like the whole bottle,
There's
but
no way you could have drank that whole bottle.
Actually, you ever had that banana before? It's like eating runts. You don't mean to eat the whole bag; it just happens. You're like, what happened? What?
that's like the alcoholic's calling card. It's like eating runs. You don't mean to eat the whole box, but it happens.
But and so that's why I could kick it with my homegirl Amy, who we started the show out with. All right. What do we think of the girls? How did they look tonight? Tanisha thought everyone looked amazing. I did think it was funny when Mykee came on. She was like, "Oh, honey."
None of the girls look upgraded. Like, usually the girls come back, they do a lot of promos, and they get their own makeup artists, and they look upgraded. They still look as trashy as ever.
Well, they were getting their hair and makeup done
And they didn't do a very good job
by
at all.
the Bad Girls Club staff or whatever.
Well, damn, that stuff is horrible.
I know, but I don't know. But like, still, like Erica's
Gia's-
makeup needed some blending.
Gia's hair was a mess.
Yo,
It was too much vol. It was like a lion's mane.
You remember VH1 1999 callback Mariah Carey?
VH1.
And her hair was
What do you
like,
mean, the divas?
Yeah. Divas Live. And her hair was like literally...
Nah, Mariah's hair was better than
But
Oh,
the
no, Mariah's hair
divas,
was
she
better.
could work that out. And plus, Mariah's like semi-tallish, but
Like when
Gia's
your
so small.
when your hair is the same height as you,
yeah. It's not
that
gonna
don't work out. What do we think of her custom made?
You know, in the
I thought she
promos,
looked
I
sexy.
liked it. Yeah, I liked
sexy.
it. Just the fact that she made a big deal over it when some syrup got on it. That's when it was like, okay, it wasn't. I mean, pipe down.
Okay, but let's bring it to Amy right now because they started the show off with Amy, and Tanisha gave her props tonight. We've given her the props throughout the season. Like, she's a crazy ass white girl. What did you think? Do you see her shoes? I didn't like those.
Those boots.
Though I don't know what
It was like a pirate's.
They were like elf
went the wrong
boots.
way.
like NFL.
The Return of Zelda.
It was ridiculous.
Ooh, Return of Zelda. I was gonna say Kiba, Elf, and Zelda
Yeah.
meet.
And she was way too tan for that blonde of hair that she had.
Actually, that's the one thing. Like Amy, I didn't like the way Amy looked on tonight's show. I thought she burnt up with that tan. But it was good to go back and see the clips of the Amy clap, the crazy Amy eyes, and all that. And to me, Amy is probably one of my favorites from the show because she was neutral through everything.
Yeah.
She was rowdy at first.
She's definitely.
I missed the rowdy.
Speak on that. Speak on that, Mykee. What is
That,
that?
I mean, she was the underdog because we all thought she was gonna fail, but Amy's.
I mean,
I'm good off Amy.
yeah. I mean, I just kind of feel like she was a fence sitter.
Right.
You know, which
A cheerleader.
a cheerleader, which is kind of like that's kind of boring for the Bad Girls Club. But Amy is kind of different in the fact that she threw down a couple times, so she was definitely entertaining. But yeah, I mean, she gets a check in my book of like one of the better bad girls, more entertaining bad girls for this season.
I mean, honestly, none out of this season, because last season when we did AfterBuzz here, we were kind of disappointed with it. Like, to me, last season, Judy really is the only thing that brought anything to it. Stassi brought herself more towards the end when she started being like that crazy
I
manipulative.
disagree with you more.
Why?
Because last season was hot. Last season was dope.
Who though?
I got that voodoo for
Who
you.
was the
bitches.
game? Who were the game players last season?
You gonna go over it like I know everybody's name. from
Wait,
last
who?
season.
It was Judy, Stassi, and there was somebody else. There was a third.
Tiara.
The one that beat up
Priscilla?
beat up Priscilla, she was cool. The one that beat up Judy. What was the white girl's name? The lesbian.
I can't even.
What's her
Mayo.
Mayo, exactly.
name? She ain't Mayo. She's cool. She's actually got
Wait.
really big breasts. She's cool.
You could be Mayo and have big boobs.
That's what we call Miracle Whip. All right, so I mean, let's compare it. What do we think? Did these girls? Because I don't think any season has been as rowdy as these girls. These girls are just
Natalie season.
this rowdy though. Like
No,
these
this is
bitches,
the caricature
this is dangerous.
season.
Like This is like sharks in the water, like mental cases. Like I just don't think that I think they have like chemical imbalances inside.
I feel like they need to do, instead of love games, they need to do bad girls anger management. That's what they
girls
need to
death
do.
match.
Death match, cage match.
So they bring out Camila right at the beginning, which I'm glad they did do that. I'm actually kind of upset they didn't bring Jenna out yet.
Oh, yeah,
Because
that's
I think
right.
Jenna's going to throw some fire to the pit. So Camila's out, and she was the audience winner. The audience
Yeah,
went
they
crazy
seemed to really
for her.
like her. And the girls on the couches did not like that. The reaction shots were not very pleasant.
My question is, do we think that it was that the fans actually love Camila, or is it that we're on the West Coast and a lot of Camila's friends came to support her?
I think that just from like Twitter responses I've seen, the fans, the audience, all like, they seem to really like Camila. They like her realness. They like that she's about that life, quote unquote. Apparently that's getting used a lot in TV now. Someone start saying it. Yeah, I mean, I think in general, people seem to like her. I don't think it was the fact that we were on the West Coast.
Yeah, she's a fan favorite, so.
Well, and so, I'm reading through all my tweets, and I actually have Camila and Elise on my Twitter. And actually, what I see off of Twitter for me is I see more of our fans being fans of Camila, whereas Twitter, a lot of people are saying things like, why does Camila keep coming at just Elise? Is there jealousy involved? Do we think that there's any type of jealousy involved? Or do we think it goes back to she felt like, well, you're the other black girl in the house, like we should have been...
It's not that deep.
No?
Come on, no.
Well, maybe, I mean, there was something that piqued my interest when they said something about like, oh, Camila keeps name dropping. And she's like, don't hate on me for being in the entertainment industry. And so is Elise.
Right.
So I don't know, maybe there's some things that we're not aware of.
Yeah, basically what it is Camila is the same industry. She did some name dropping. I don't think on the show though. I think off camera.
Off camera, yeah.
And then Elise went back and told the other girls, and then now, because she had a secret, right? And that how come? What did she say? Something.
She said I'd said something to Elise, and then all of a sudden
now
everybody else knows.
And she's probably the video girl. Or,
I want to know.
Inquiring minds want to know.
So Camila also came out and...
But Camila's not that pretty to me though. I mean, she don't have a body like
she's
Elise either.
cute. No, yeah, she's not a video girl.
I say if we put Camila's face on Elise's body.
I'll give that. But even Camila kind of has just a regular girl look to her. I don't know. But she came out. She wanted to throw some shade, so she brought out clips of weave out. There are actually some nice extensions, and like peg them
What
at
was
me.
up with the girls bringing out their own props this season? Like there was syrup, weave,
Well, and so
papers.
the paper thing, I didn't even understand.
That was stupid.
But we'll get to that in a second. So now let's talk about the whole Camila situation, because they went from Amy to Camila, and then they brought up that big fight, which started everything. Let me put my clothes on, and Camila felt that those were fighting words. Now, again, do we think that Camila went into the house and said, you know what, I don't want to get along with these bitches? After she really saw what it was with everybody, it was almost like, you know what, I'm going to just start causing a ruckus. Or do we think that she actually got offended from Amy saying that? Because let me put some clothes on, she's in the shower. That obviously doesn't mean you're going to fight. To me, those aren't fighting words.
No.
But they're drunk.
Yeah, and also too, I don't think she meant the exact words, let me put some clothes on. I think she meant the subtext from that, which is, let me put some clothes on because I'm about to kick your ass. That's what that is. I don't think, and so, yeah, like you said, they were drunk. If you're already in that mind frame of just being because you know that something's going to pop off at any moment in that house and you're drunk, it's a lot easier to kind of lose your mind for a second and get mad because someone didn't get you a towel.
Right.
So...
And so then my question, again, when Amy went back to her and apologized to her, she still stayed on the defensive rather than... I mean, do you guys look at Elise as a hypocrite for hanging out with the other girls?
Nah. She was a strong player. She just used a different tactic. The tactic isn't always violence or showing your balls. The tactic can also be the more subtle side.
But so you're saying Elise and Camilla are equal when it comes to their tactics in the house. There's just two different approaches.
Correct. Two different ends of the spectrum.
Well, and we saw the spectrum in full play. Elise says, "Bitch, you're gonna get a 305 ass whooping."
Yeah.
I mean, how's she gonna say that? But she
Miami.
just said I had never been in a fight in my life until I reached to this house. And then she said,
And she like thanked the girls for kicking her
Right.
ass, which.
And then she said she was gonna give her a 305 ass whooping, and then got her ass handed to her because at least I don't know if you guys noticed, had a scar on her head from the violence up on stage.
When she got jumped, when everybody was worried about
guys
something else
didn't
that
know
was
that?
happening
I
off
didn't see
on
that.
the
You
other
didn't
side of the
notice
stage.
it? She has this big old scar. You'll notice it in the next.
Well, I'm sure
episode.
some plastic surgeon can fix that for her. She'll be fine.
It's just a scratch. But I mean,
Well, so she got her ass whooped, and we actually see that one of Elise's friends came out of the audience and started beating on her from
no,
behind.
Camila's friend.
Camilla's friend,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Started beating on her from behind, which I love that. I think that's it's like Stratego. Plant your little pieces where you need to plant them.
And that audience was rowdy too. We can get to that later, but
Yeah.
like that
And
audience
so-
was really rowdy.
And before we continue, speaking of Stratego or different games, maybe you want to purchase something online.
Maybe.
Maybe. If you're going to purchase anything online, purchase it at Amazon.com. But help AfterBuzz TV out, and it's really easy. It's so super simple. Just go to AfterBuzzTV.com. You can Bing it. Go to our website. Click the Amazon icon. It's right at the top. And make your order through that. It actually helps us back. We get a kickback percentage of it. No extra cost. It just helps us out, keeps the lights on.
And remember, guys, Mother's
do it.
Day is coming up, so you might want to get something on Amazon. That's what I normally do.
And imagine saying, "Hey, Mom, I got you this and helped out AfterBuzz
I know.
TV."
Should be so proud of you.
Be a key player. Be a part of the team. All right, so yeah, Elise gets her ass whooped, and then we bring out probably we're all going to agree on this, the weakest bad girl of them all.
I have a nickname for her.
Okay.
48-hour
Dolphin?
Christine. 48-hour Christine.
let's just cut that to 48 hours.
48
Just-
hours.
I was going to say just 48.
48.
Her name is not even relevant.
Actually, that kind of sounds a little too gangster because back in Boston, I do know someone who's named 48.
Oh, well.
But for some battery.
From some reasons that we probably shouldn't be talking about on air. All right.
I do watch the first 48.
Well, there we go. We could call it the first 48,
First
actually.
48.
Or the last 48. Elise and so here we go again. This actually really pissed me off with Elise. It pissed me off once it happened. Elise jumped Christine. And then apologized to her and gave up this whole, I cry about it and I think about it every day since then, and I'm so sorry I did that.
Yeah.
Fake or do we think she actually
It's
felt
genuine.
it? Yeah?
She's not a fighter. She was just going with.
But so then do we go back
He's
to what
probably
Camila said?
intoxicated.
Camila said, and you were a follower. You followed the bitches that beat you up. Because Elise she stood her ground
Again, it
for
was
how
just a
long?
different strategy. That's what it comes down to.
Also, too, you got to think about the fact that now they're off the show and they got to look for ways to have people like them so that Oxygen will bring them back. Witness Tanisha. So if you're going to sit there and be like, oh, yeah, I love the fact that I drumped you. Like, it was 5 against 1. I love that. People are not going to like that so much. And Oxygen is not going to be able to make any money off of you.
They love Camilla and how rowdy she is.
I don't know. There's something different about Camila. It's just like a...
But Camille,
it's like because it was her against everybody else, and she was still able, and she can back up her stuff.
I mean, but honestly, you're not going to see Camilla hosting any shows on any television station
at all.
At all.
But Elise has a chance too. She could.
she
No, I
won't
think
ho-
she could.
I don't think she'll host anything.
That ass will host something.
Yeah, well,
Sure.
I don't know if we can talk about all that right now. That's for the after hours
After hours.
So let's again, like Tanisha said, we're not even gonna spend time on someone who didn't even spend time on herself. She was a waste of time, a waste of product. And then we got a real rowdy welcome for the twins. The twins came in, and before the twins could, now this is what the whole prop with the maple syrup underneath the couch. How did it get there? How did they not? You know what I mean? Like,
Right. How did it get there? They obviously was like they went to the producers and were like,
we're gonna do
yeah, and Elise thought it was gonna go on top of her head or something,
Well,
right?
no.
Well, what was it for then, if not to throw on Elise?
Well, but here's my question. Was it for Elisa Erica? Because when the twins sat down, Gabby said, "Oh, Elise, we got a present for you. Actually, where's my drink?"
Yeah.
But then later on, when it was between them and Erica, she said, "I don't have any beef with anyone in here except for Erica."
Right.
She said, "The only person that I have beef with and I want to fight is Erica." Well, what was the maple syrup for?
I think maybe you're right. Maybe for Erica.
And so but I didn't get the present thing.
Well, at that point, you don't see each other for 5 minutes, so you don't know who really your target is. So if, like Elise did, she spilt it, I would have done the same thing. You know?
And then
that's just me.
Who slipped on it? It was Gabby. Gabby slipped on it, and then they had the gall to rewind it and play it again, which I love. Thank you, Oxygen. That was very funny.
And Camilla actually slipped on it when she jumped Elise later on.
Yeah.
But so as the twins came out, and I love that their shine got stolen by Gia, because Gia was pissed off and then starts fighting with an audience member.
Yeah.
Why are people hating on Gia so much?
Well, first off, I mean,
there's nothing really special enough for you to.
But when she addressed the crowd,
yeah, she was like, "I didn't learn anything. I'm keeping it 100. You don't want me to lie? Like, I didn't learn anything, you know?" And when it's just like, you know, the audience has a right to yell out at you because you made yourself available to the public. You are voluntarily sitting on that stage. Now, for you to turn against your audience and start yelling at them and, like, you know, that's just stupid. I mean, no one's gonna win there. You're just gonna look stupid. You're just gonna look worse and lose your audience.
Not a taping of Maury.
Yeah, the audience is the one that pays your bills. Pays your bills, your paycheck. You know.
I don't think they were paying their bills.
No.
Not all of their bills, obviously, but I'm just saying,
for your
whatever
habits,
money they get,
your bad
is
habits.
definitely probably coming from the viewership of that show.
No, absolutely.
How much do you think these girls make off this show?
Probably not enough.
No. Not a lot
They probably
of
got
money.
paid in Cheetos.
It's not a lot of money. Nobody ever pays me in gum.
Like the real worlders probably look rich to these bitches.
Yeah.
So she gets in a fight with this audience girl, and I thought it was funny because it was a different audience member than who she was originally fighting with.
Yeah.
Because one of the girls I thought was Erica's mom.
Yeah.
That girl with the red hair and the tattoo on her
Why
arm.
would that be Erica's mom?
Because she had the red hair.
The red hair, the tattoo, she was same build.
Yeah.
She looked like she was maybe from, what is it, Atlanta, New York?
Atlanta. I didn't know there was an Atlanta and New York.
Go
48.
Go swim 48. So then we get back to the so that was when Gia and the audience member fight. Camila jumped Elise again, and it's just like, Elise,
She just couldn't hold on.
you had 5 months.
Yeah. To take a class. Take a Krav Maga class or something.
Something. I mean, bitch, you got punked on TV.
And your boobs were all hanging out, which was a fabulous dress, by the way. But as soon as I saw that dress, I knew something was going to pop out.
Oh, of course. That's why Gia wore that jumpsuit. She was like, she's like, my shit was out enough on the show. I don't need nothing else.
Yeah, Tanisha was like, "You're wearing clothes, Gia."
Full suit.
All right. And then after that fight, what did she say? Tanisha was like, "Are you okay?" She's like, "Yeah, I'm Gucci.
I'm Gucci.
I'm Gucci."
I thought she was gonna come up with one layer less of
the
that hair. So, okay, then that's where we got into the whole situation with Gabby and saying whatever. And to me, I look at Gabby and Danny, and for some reason, I always thought Danny was the more calm one, or not calm because she would be the fighter, but I always felt like Danny had more sense. And now it seems to me like Gabby was the cooler chick tonight.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like, you watch yourself on TV and then you try to make up for things on the reunion. Mm-hmm. That's just all that was.
And so then again, I mean, so basically next week we're going to get the whole Erica versus the twins situation. Mm-hmm. I just think it's really interesting how everyone interacts on the show. And I guess it's like, well, it's been 5 months. I'm never going to really see these girls again if I don't want to. So it's almost like I don't really care. So is a lot of this just playing up for the camera? Or is it really like, no, we were a part of each other's lives, and you did this to me, and I'm really affected by it, and I'm not a punk-ass bitch, so I'm going to show up? Or do we think the twins are fully there putting on the show?
Maybe a mixture of both.
Yeah, mixture of all those things. I mean, they said, like, "Oh, thank you for that fight because it made us stars." And I'm like, you think you're a star? I think Natalie Nunn is more of a star than you. Like, just let's calm down. But yeah, I think it's probably a mixture of all those things.
I guarantee, and I know it's not prediction time. The twins will probably get what's that show they do?
Love Games?
Love Games.
They'll get the twins on that one.
Well, I was going to ask you, what is Leroy? Does Leroy have any more news about those girls? Like, I remember nothing. Yeah.
I mean, again, it's kind of actually like Judy. I love me some Judy from last season, but she just didn't hold up to the Natalie Nunn standard I thought she was going to. Out of all the bad girls, I thought Judy would have some sort of play because there's no one in this world like Judy. You know, so I think the twins felt like they were going to have that, and it just, Mayo.
They're the most useless pieces of bad girls in bad girls history. I don't know. I just don't care for them.
But now, okay, because we're going to talk about this when we get back. If we were to have an all-star list, who we would bring back into that house. But before we go on a commercial break, who was the breakout star from this? Who, in 2 seasons from now, when you're watching the new Bad Girls, can you go back and say, yo, season 8, that you're going to remember that girl?
I want to say Gia. Because
really?
I want to say Gia just because when I'm going in my mind through each girl one by one, I'm like, I'm not going to really remember them. Gia is the most outrageous, and also, too, because she has a lot of negative attention on her right now. That makes me want to find out more about her, want to know what she's all about, want to know what's going on in her day-to-day life. Of anyone else's Twitter, I would probably follow her Twitter. You know what I'm saying?
Actually, I probably would disagree. Elise, because she's already had an established so-called modeling career, different type of modeling, but probably Elise. And
I would actually say Amy or Elise, because
Amy.
The thing about Amy is her character, to me, and normally, and actually looking at it, you almost want to say, well, because we all know what the Bad Girls Club was originally. Erica is the only one that actually did the full arc. She came in there, she was rowdy, she was a badass, she got over that, she became the mother, and I use that term very loosely in that house, and then comes on the show and says, you know what, I learned a lot from this show, I've grown as a person. That's what they ideally want you to do. That's what happened with Tanisha. Now with Amy, we saw that same arc, but to me that's always who Amy was. She was just, to me, the only person that went on that show and was them 100% was Amy and Elise. So those are the two that stick out for me, because Amy's just crazy. Like, that bitch was crazy.
I can't see me remembering Amy 3 seasons from now. I can't see that.
I mean, if like all I knew about Amy was the first two episodes, then yeah, she'd probably stick out in my mind.
And see, Gia, and to me, Gia just...
It's just, she was just so crazy. I mean, the girl didn't like clothes. She was sloppy. She was hilarious.
But that was like Amy. That was the first couple episodes. And then all of a sudden, all we ever saw from Gia really was her in bed. And she would always be popping out like a gopher. Like, where are we? Like,
right.
Oh. But so we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, think of some characters that we want to throw in the All-Star house. And we'll be back after these messages.
AfterBuzz TV.
Hi. I was once like you, a lazy, angry loner whose only joy was watching TV and surfing the net. And, like you, after I'd see one of my favorite TV shows, I'd be so excited and have so many questions that I'd actually have to talk to my douchebag coworkers about it at the water cooler. Then I discovered AfterBuzzTV.com. AfterBuzz TV produces after-show webcasts and podcasts for TV series of all kinds, like post-game wrap-up shows for all your favorite TV shows. AfterBuzz TV hosts are industry insiders who break down episodes of shows, take calls from fans, and interview cast and crew from each series, with over 60 different after shows, from Boardwalk Empire to American Idol to Vampire Diaries to Real Housewives, and more. Now, after a night of TV, I can ignore my stupid coworkers, who I hate, and go straight to my desk and watch or listen to all my favorite AfterBuzz TV after shows, and have all the TV fan interaction I need. Thank you, AfterBuzz TV. AfterBuzz TV. What do you want to buzz about?
All right, and we are. I feel like this was Jeopardy. Like
It was.
So because I'm writing my 7 girls down right now.
Oh, look at that. Thank you. That's awesome. You didn't hear it, did you?
Right on
I heard
point.
it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so before we get into predictions, we're gonna give our now. The next Bad Girls is in Mexico. Are we liking that idea?
Ole. Me like.
You like it?
Is it, yeah, me encanta? Is that how you would
I
say
don't
it?
know.
Me encanta?
I don't know how
I
I
want
feel
to see how
about it.
that's gonna play out.
Because to
It'll
me,
be fun.
the real worlds that were not in the United States, I wasn't a big fan of.
Maybe because they had more rules because they were in a different country. But I don't know. Mexico.
It'll be interesting. I'm excited to see what girls are gonna have on the show. Because I think after last season, the past 3 seasons have been very like up and down for me with certain things about them. So it'll be very interesting to see where we move on with that. Now, let's talk about if we were to have all-stars. Who would your all-stars be and where do we want the all-stars? Where would be an all-star battleground?
I don't know.
New York, Miami.
I have Flo and Leah. I liked a lot of the Miami girls.
Okay. I forgot about Flo.
Flo is one of my favorite bad girls. All time. One of my favorites. Because when the chips were down, that girl was brutal. She the girl got her ankle broken, and she went crazy. Like, you thought that she was actually going to kill somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how they talked about how in her eyes, like, she wasn't there anymore. So she was pretty entertaining. Where would I have it? Ooh.
I think it would have to be either California or Florida.
How about Puerto
said-
Rico?
Puerto Rico.
That'd be kind of fun.
That'd be tight. A lot of STDs there, so I'm sure.
Oh, or maybe Cuba? Something
I don't.
tropical?
Well, can we bring our STDs and bring them to another? That's why I was kind of worried about Mexico.
So I
yeah.
said in my all-star cast, I would bring back Natalie Nunn.
Yep.
I'd bring back Morgan from Miami.
And
I'd bring back Kristen because I love when she says "you're done" and Mimi's penis. And I would actually
Wait,
have
Mimi's penis is a character?
yeah, it is a character. Remember, we got to see it.
No.
And then I said I would place them at Lindsay Lohan's drug dealer's house, and it would just be the craziest season ever.
Okay, so California.
So California, LA, Hollywood.
Wherever Lindsay wants to be.
All right. And so the only 2 you said was Flo and Leah.
Flo, Leah, Stassi, just because she's my girl.
Why Leah?
Leah?
I actually picked Leah too.
Yeah.
I'll explain that.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, please do.
So I actually chose Leah, Kristen, Natalie Nunn, Judy, Priscilla, and then it would be a up between bringing the twins back or the season. She reminded me of Omarosa. Her name. She was like an older black female. She was like, I'm in charge. She always thought she was in charge.
What season?
New
Is it
Orleans?
Tiffany?
6.
New
No,
Orleans?
she had a different type of name. She like almost looked like a man. Damn it. She like looks like Chessa.
I'd bring back what's her name that does the hair flip?
forget. Oh, Tiara.
Tiara.
What season? I don't know. Maybe it's Tiffany because I know
It wasn't Tiffany.
Cameron actually said that his favorites would be Tanisha, Flo, Natalie, and Tiffany Davis from season 3.
Ooh,
She's from
bringing it back to
Chicago.
Tiffany.
Is that who you're
Tiffany
talking about?
Nope.
Okay.
So here's the thing of why I didn't pick Tanisha. I didn't pick Tanisha because I just feel like she wouldn't be as
She's moved on.
entertaining in the house. Same thing with Flo. I think Flo's crazy, but Flo's like married, has babies now.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't know if this would.
Boring.
Yeah. So, but why I would pick Leah is because Leah has drama with Kristen, and I want them to be in the same house together.
Yeah.
And Leah is someone that does not allow you to get pushed, and that's why I mixed Leah with Natalie, Judy, and Priscilla.
Well, Natalie and Leah already don't like each other, so that would be a weird combination.
They don't?
No, they were on Love Games together, weren't they?
No.
Natalie and
Well,
Leah.
no,
Yeah,
no.
they were
They
on
are
Love
friends though. They are friends because.
Because they hated each other on that show.
So yeah, no, but it's after the fact because when we had Natalie on the show, she said that she wasn't crazy about Judy, but she understands where Judy comes from, and that was the same season with Leah. But her and Leah go out to what's the place?
No, Leah's from the Miami season.
Yep.
Yeah.
But what's the place out here that you can ride the bull?
Oh,
Saddle Ranch.
Saddle Ranch. Thank you.
So Natalie and Leah.
Thanks, Ronnie.
Last time I spoke with Natalie, she was like, "Oh yeah, we go there all the time."
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if that was before or after. That was last year. So. But yeah, so those are the
Can I
girls.
throw in a person?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You guys don't think that Genevicia would be fun? I know she's a super old season. She was the Tanisha season.
Yes.
She was all kind of crazy, and she did the Tool Academy show or something like that, the female
yeah,
version.
yeah.
Also,
she was like the alcoholic, right?
Also, she was crazy.
Yeah.
Also, before the show even got big, I believe Joanna Hernandez, who ended up becoming Cocktail on Ray J's show, that's what she turned into. I just feel like she's hungry, or I guess we could say
These girls
thirsty.
make a career out of reality TV. That's amazing.
Yeah, so she was on like season 1 or something.
And you know what?
And then, and what did they just say about Camila that she's
Yeah,
been
on
on
several. Yeah, I was gonna bring it
seven
up. Yeah.
different other reality shows?
Well, this is said several. I don't think she just said seven. But like she's been on a couple others. But
I wonder what those are. What shows those
Yeah.
are. We'll look that up for you guys next week because I want to know. Or if you guys know, tweet them at us. So there we go. Obviously, Natalie is the baddest bitch because we all would pick her. We would all put her in the house. She knows how to handle the bad girls, and it would be interesting to see her. I'm surprised you guys didn't think Judy.
Nah. I don't want to see her be extra.
She would be entertaining, but she
would just cry.
I don't think because when she did get in that big fight, when she got her lip busted and everything, it wasn't like she didn't hold her own.
I don't think you got to think about the arches that these girls have been through, the arcs that they've gone through, and now I don't know if you guys read the tweets and stuff. Like Judy thinks she is like, if you read her tweets, she's real rowdy right now. So I just think
because she wants attention.
I know, but that's it'd be so interesting.
What's rowdy about it? What she say?
Just the way, like, if you watch her videos, and it's funny because actually I think it was you and we watched the video of Gia on YouTube.
Yeah.
And the way she was talking.
Gia?
Yeah. She was like, she wasn't talking like that inside the house. Except for that one drunk
That was
night.
her tape to get in to the Bad Girls Club. It wasn't after.
Was it?
Yeah. Okay. That's her audition tape.
Now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
All right, so next week we're going to obviously, they left it with Erica versus the twins. Where do we think that's going?
They're going to throw another cup of syrup.
Do we think Erica's going to actually throw a fist? Do we think Erica's going to fight?
Hell no.
You know, I think that she's been so quiet that she's probably been like stifling herself.
We haven't seen Erica fight at all.
I know. I think I don't know. Maybe she might decide to pop off.
Pop off.
Pop off.
Pop off.
Gotta say it with the New York accent. My bad.
Pop off.
Pop off.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like there was that 1 second where we saw her move the pillow to the side. Did you see that at the end? Mm-hmm. And to me, that's kind of like not a threatening move, but like more of a body language.
Let me put my clothes
prepare
on.
yourself. Because say one more wrong word, and I will have to sit up.
I predict that Jenna is gonna come and just look amazing, and just shut everybody down and then leave.
Well, so my question again is now, because Jenna's going to be the only new person coming back on next week, right? Yeah, the 10.
Yeah.
So
Didn't somebody leave before that?
No.
No, that's right. Okay.
Was it? No. So with Jenna, who do we think Jenna's going to have the beef with? Because we saw her yelling at someone.
All of them. All of them.
But she's sitting next
Okay,
to...
who's the last one she got in a fight with? Because that's the one that's trying to apologize to her.
Erica.
And she says, I'm not going to accept your apology.
It was Erica. Well, she fought like 4 girls.
Okay, so all of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of like jumping in this season.
Yeah, this season was
there was
jumping.
never like, and that's what one of the things that Gia said bothered me. She's like, I didn't intend to jump you. I was intending to fight you one-on-one. And it's like, okay, if that was your intention, then you should have backed the hell up when you saw everybody else getting involved.
Right.
Because there is no situation where that is okay.
The only one I can understand is with the twins.
I mean, for one person on like what, 5?
The only one I can see is the one with the twins because she dead ass threw the trash can in her face. Like
to jump. Oh, okay. Well, because well, I don't know. It's still like, one-on-one fight, one-on-one, but it's like if you win that fight, can you really be that proud of yourself because you had 4 other people behind you helping you out?
Hell yes, especially in that situation.
I mean,
I would rather beat a bitch
if I was
down
in
on
that
my own.
situation and I was whooping somebody's ass, my gratification would be that you got hurt. I mean, that's just how you think about
Yeah.
it.
You know,
I mean,
Camila is sitting there the whole reunion smiling at that gash on Elise's face.
Yeah.
You know? And so we want to thank you guys so much for joining us. We love you. Make sure you follow us on Twitter. Check us out on iTunes. Subscribe, comment, rate, share our videos. Please help us promote AfterBuzz TV.
Yep.
Follow us at AfterBuzz TV on Facebook and Twitter. You can follow me at DJ Jesse Janedy, Jesse J.
You can Facebook me, Twitter me at Mykee Wattz.
You can follow me at Twitter on Chevonne_Hughes.
And until then, we'll see you next week, guys. Stay rowdy.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later, bitches!
Those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.